Hey YouTube, it's Tashina, the Wishing Moon at thewishingmoon.com. And I did some paintings over the weekend. So this one kind of reminded me of air signs. And this reading is for Aquarius. I'll move in a minute. Aquarius for March 2018. And I'm not particularly doing a love reading or a general reading. I'm just going to start with general. If it gets into love, then that's great. We'll just kind of go intuitively how the cards want to speak. All right, let's get started. You want a personal reading? Reach me at thewishingmoon.com. Okay, Aquarius. So I was clearing out your cards, shuffling them, and I got this feeling that you guys are going through a lot. I don't know many Aquariuses, actually. I don't really resonate well with air signs, but I got this feeling that you guys have so much stuff going on in your head, and there is a lot of like chatter going on for you right now. I feel like you are getting mixed messages. You're getting messages that aren't resonating with you. They're not hitting home. You're not feeling. There you guys are. Oh, let me show you these. So a bunch of these came out. I'm just going to put them back in, but I kind of like to at least acknowledge the cards that fall out. So, I mean, feeling like you're free, you're capable of doing things on your own. It's like this dichotomy here, though, of like feeling like you're free, but also feeling like, you know, maybe you just became free of a situation. Like you just cut yourself loose from a situation, and that could be around a Capricorn, or it could be just because of Capricorn energy, you know. So just somebody who is really, it could be work related, could be like really somebody who's really interested in work. You're no longer interested in this situation any longer. You're being called to a new path, you know, in work. It looks like a work kind of thing, and letting go of feeling like you're stuck brings this energy of a new home, a happy home. You could be even moving. So there is a blockage from the world and the healing to happen, and for you to, in order for you to cross over to the next stage, you have some kind of blockages here. So we'll kind of, hopefully we'll go into some of that. The cards that came out for you so far are Ace of Cups reversed and Eight of Wands, which is really speaking of a blockage in some kind of emotional offer or emotional spark, and a Eight of Wands is the quintessential card for messages coming in fast, quickly. You know, actually every other reading I started it with a different deck. So I started with the Heart Oracle deck. So I think I'm actually going to switch to that. I'll get one more card for you from this deck, and then I'll switch. So, something you had your mind on, something you thought emotionally you thought was going to happen. Maybe get a message that it's not going to happen after all. And it could be revolving a marriage. It could be around an institution, religion, you know, maybe your church, maybe I work for a nonprofit that and so anytime this card comes up, I always think of them. Like it's some kind of institution, some kind of could be education, could be some kind of a traditional values, something with traditional values. Okay, it could be also because it's a pope. It's somebody who presides over something. So it could be a marriage, you know. And then the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Reverse. Okay. So not feeling like you need to fight any longer because somebody has run off with something thinking they got the better of you. So you could feel like you were swindled in some respect. It could feel like somebody is there's some negative talk behind your back, maybe at work, maybe let's pull out some more. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So you come into the month hopeful, thinking that something is, I feel like something is hidden. Maybe it's something hidden. Like somebody's talking behind your back and something is hidden. Like someone's hiding something. And it could be with work. Okay. So you come into the month hopeful, Aquarius, like feeling like you're capable, feeling like you are speaking your truth even. It could be with a love interest. It could be with someone you love. You could be speaking up about some things that you didn't feel comfortable before saying. So end of March, beginning of February, end of February, beginning of March, you finally say some of the things that you needed to say all along. Okay. It's somebody who you have put some effort into this relationship. It's not something that is just new. I mean, the Ace of Cups in reverse could potentially mean somebody new, but it actually doesn't feel like that to me at all. It feels like it's a long-standing relationship, or maybe not long-standing, but a solid relationship that something has caused you to speak your truth now, like from an emotional standpoint. It doesn't feel comfortable to you. Open up. There you go. Okay, so it's not a comfortable spot to be in, but it's something that needs to happen. So these messages need to happen. It may not be from speaking. It could be like a text message or a letter or an email or something like that. And it's with someone that you have put effort into. So it's not something from like it's not something that you've recently started. It's something from the past that, you know, you guys have both grown together. But you finally have this chance to see things in a new perspective and to open up. I'm just going to take a look at this open up card. Let's see. If I can find it. Okay. So withdrawal, blocks, control, release. Sometimes past sorrows cause you to withdraw both from your emotions and from other people as a way of preventing further pain. Okay, so I'm thinking for me, it felt like opening up. It felt like finally actually speaking what you needed to say before moving on to the next plateau with this person, before moving on to this Hierophant. There's some things that you were still holding on to that you felt like almost like it was still a secret, and still feeling like you have to guard yourself and be ready for battle. And so you're letting some of that go because you feel like here's an opportunity to finally say some of the things that I needed to say. And it does open you up for, you know, it's a vulnerability. So it's like you don't feel comfortable. You're in this Ace of Cups in the feeling realm, but it's necessary for you to go on to the next stage, you know? So something from the past that has caused you some arguing, some pettiness, some fighting needs to end. Somebody's not allowing that stuff to end. It may be something that like you started speaking up about like how you feel emotionally, and it has sparked something bigger, something like, oh wait, I'm not over something from the past. Or this person that you're dealing with isn't over something from the past. Okay, let's see. So that's the end of February. And the good thing is that you actually take the leap. You take the leap and you take the leap out there to actually I feel like that you have a solid standing with this person, so you are capable to have the emotional like vulnerability with them. Like you actually feel finally that you're able to talk about things from the past, to talk about some of the things you did wrong or they did wrong, or some of the changes that you need to see happen within the relationship moving forward. Like you don't want to marry this person and have it come out later where you say, you know, I really don't like that you know what I mean? I don't like you do that. I don't like that the way you speak to me maybe, or I don't like the way that um like how we fight or something like that, or how we don't fight. That could be maybe we don't clear things out, and then I have things stuck in me from the past, and it's time for me to let them out. And it doesn't have to be face to face. It can certainly be text, email, it's time to open up and let some of those things go. Um, it does it I see though when you start speaking about them, or writing about them, or whatever, communicating about them, it creates something bigger that needed to happen. So in order for you to go to the next stage, in order for you to get this bottom of the deck, you need to have these heart to hearts, these big discussions on what you guys expect from each other, like what makes you happy, what is fulfilling in an emotional sense. It's not going to be comfortable for you, but it's necessary for the relationship to grow. Okay, so we're going to do a few more for this opening up. So towards the end of the month, it's going to take a little while. I feel like you're going to kind of slowly open up. It's not going to be an easy progression. It's going to be like maybe your partner, it could be earth sign, Scorpio as well. Also Virgo is in here with the Hierophant. Not Virgo, excuse me, Taurus. So it could be that you guys like you could start opening up. It opens up further. It could be a slow progression. It could start from the beginning of March and go all the way to the end of March, where you guys have really established some things, some guidelines, some got some stability in there, and you still kind of feeling like you're a little off center, because of all the emotional baggage that's come out. So it may take a little bit longer, even longer than March. So Aquarius, you might have a little more to do, You may uncover some things and then get freaked out and close back up, and, and you're like, well, I don't know why I brought that up, but it was all meant to be. You need to get all of the baggage out before you can move on to the next level with this other person. If it's a work situation, we're talking about speaking your truth. There could have been something that happened, that there was a fight at work, an argument, disagreement, something you didn't believe in at work, and you spoke up about it. And the fact that you've been there so long, or you've dedicated, your your energies to this job, um, you know, some communication comes back to you that opens you up, that helps open you up to, like, you know, realizing that you don't have to be right. You don't have to, you know, it doesn't have to go your way, that you can see it other ways. But you do feel like a little bit of a, I guess, stabbed in the back, not necessarily stabbed in the back, even just like a little bit of manipulated around it. And it could be because you thought of a really non-traditional way of doing something, like a really non-conformist way, like a really different way, and and the company wanted to just go with the regular plain old, you know, regular traditional way, you know, that they've done it all along for years and years, and you know, you feeling like, no, this is the better way, like it caused a little riff, and um they chose to go the other way. That's it. You know, you can't fight that anymore. So you're going to have to end it. You're going to have to, like, let go of, like, holding on to the idea that you're right. You know, the, yeah, you're just going to have to get past it. And it could be, like I said, it could be love. I mean, just because the Ace of Cups is there doesn't necessarily mean love, but I do see that it could be love. There isn't a ton of loving cards in here. It does seem like more of March is going to be more like a lot of communication, a lot of letting your guard down, a lot of like deciding that I'd rather be happy than right. That's what it feels like. Even though you feel like you're right, you're not going to fight very hard for it. You're just going to speak up, and that's it. Let some things out, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to go on to the next level. So get it out. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card from Tarot of Transformation. This is Willow Arlenia. She's fantastic. She painted all these cards. They're amazing. And I just got them, so I'm going to use them. Okay, we'll just do one. I'll read from the book, and I'm not going to go crazy with it. Last month I read a little bit too much, and kind of feeling like this doesn't have to be that way. So, there we go. Oh, you know, another, you know, it's so weird. I'm going to actually shuffle more because you got the same thing as the last. If it comes out again, it comes out. Equanimity. But I don't know if that's your, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that doesn't feel like your card. I didn't shuffle those very well, so I'm guessing that it probably just came out. This is Point of Origination. One Ace or One of Swords. Let's see if I can get this in focus. There we go. Pretty amazing card. Okay. So let's see what they say about this card. Ace of Swords. There we go. Okay, ones have to be do with new beginnings. Swords signify mental energy, the realm of ideas, what has not yet been made concrete. They represent the patterns behind the forms discernible to the most discriminating awareness. The One of Swords portrays the process of these ideas and patterns coming into consciousness. So I do feel like you guys are getting to this higher level, even in work or in love. And in order to do that, you need to, like, make things more concrete within yourself by expressing what you need, expressing the things from the past that you need to clear up. Okay, on a simpler level, this card represents seed ideas. The term is a good one because an idea can be like a seed from which things grow. The One of Swords often heralds new ways of thinking about things. So really, it's a conception point in which your thinking has changed. Like I feel like once you speak your truth from the past, or letting go of something from the past, or letting go of the idea that you're right, there's going to be a new seed planted. When you draw or are drawn to this card, it is a moment of conception. There you go. Both in the sense of conceiving new life and in terms of conceptualizing new possibilities. Like the Council of People, you will want to contemplate how to bring these possibilities into form. So it's an uncomfortable situation. Like, growing a baby is uncomfortable. It's not like this, flow. I mean, it can be, but honestly, most of the time it's a really uncomfortable situation. And so it kind of feels like that, like you are at this point where you can change, where there's an opportunity that you can create something new. This card may also signify a time when your way of thinking about something is shifting in an important way. Give time to this. How you conceptualize things has a profound effect on your experience. Okay, I think we're all done, because really it's about looking at things. Are you going to look at it in like being, do you want to conform? Do you want to have the traditional? Is that what you're looking for? Or are you looking for something with growth, creativity, something that, you're building stability with? All of it calls for you to open up and to speak your truth. Okay. So that's your message there. All right, Aquarius, I will talk to you later. Bye.